G'day, Gerard Harten. Today I'm going to explain to you how, as a manager, you can draw a report and how you complete the final assessment for the month. That's the one that you used to do in Dropbox, which you're now going to do in the platform. Okay, I'm going to go to website. I'm going to log in as the test manager. And then I'm going to, just wait for it for a second. Then you're going to go to talent management. But because in order to do a final assessment, you need to draw the interim assessment reports from the employees, the weekly self-assessments. Go to reports. You then click on talent management cumulative summary. Then it'll ask you what type is it. Ability, performance, competence, and recognition, because in the future we will populate those other reports as well. But for now, we're only going to look at performance. Frequency is going to be the interim assessment. And the department, you choose your department. I'm going to choose the test department. And here is important. You can decide to include the medals and yellow cards or exclude it. I would recommend that you do not include that. Not at this stage, because you want to see how they assess themselves on the interim assessment. Now you say generate. And it's going to generate the report. Download it, you save it in an area on your computer, which probably will say weekly self-assessments. And here you can see what the cumulative figure was for the test employee. So it was 91% for the test employee. That was his or her self-assessment. What you do now is, once you've got that, now let's say you want to have a little bit more detailed report. You're not happy with that. You want to look at more detail. So then you go to talent management and you say, I want to have, because now you might want to look at the individual, all the assessments for that particular person. You know, the overall score was 91. Great. But now you want to just double check the detail. So you want to say from the first, as an example, of a particular month to another month. Let's say today is the 12th. You want to check out what the assessments were. So not all employees, you select the employee that you want. I say test employee. And the type is, I want to look at performance. So now I'm going to see all the performance reports for this period. Say generate. And again, you save it in a place where you can access the information. So in the Excel report, the first report will say employee recognitions. Here will be all the medals and yellow cards. You can see this person received 4 medals and the motivation. So then you're going to look at all the assessments done within that period. So here I can look at the interim assessment done on the 11th and the interim assessment done on the 12th, and you can now interrogate that. You can look at that and see does anything make sense to you or not. And based on that, you can then adjust your score, which you're going to input in the final assessment. I'm going to show that to you now. Close that. Now you've looked at it, you've downloaded information, you're happy, and now you're going back and you're going to go to the job positions, right? Very important. You click on job positions. Then you say the action is you want to do the assessment. What's the type of assessment that you want to do? Performance, the frequency. You want to do a final assessment. So final assessment, search. Now there are the 3 categories. So professional routines. So if you really check that out, the professional routines is 91. You're happy with that. CPD, and you either put in here in CPD, it says here 15 hours of CPD training for the month equals 1 and naught if you haven't done it. So in other words, in this particular case, you have decided either 1 or a naught if the person has done 15 hours in a month. Let's say your records are fine with that. You say 1. Your attendance, you will look and you say, well, how many times were they absent in the month? Once or twice, whatever, or naught. And then that's it. Once you have populated for all this, all the employees under that job title will fall under each other in this as a row, in rows. So then you say save. Yes. And now your final assessment is safe. Thank you very much. The next video will be, I'll discuss the reports, the other reports with you. Thank you very much for your